Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So I know a couple of years back I did a video about this, and sorry if you hear an annoying fucking dog in the background there. Sorry about that. But I did a video about this a couple of years back, I think. Sadly, some stuff happened. My original video of this is completely gone. Maybe on my other channel, I did this video on my other channel, but the original video of this is completely gone for this channel at least. So anyways, I decided to redo this video. And this fucking dog next door won't shut the fuck up. But anyways, I decided to redo this video because number one, I thought it would be cool. For a while, I have really nothing else to really show. I'm sick of playing fucking wrestling and making content after content of just wrestling. So I thought of, you know what? Let me just do this. You know, I got my Chucky shirt and let me just do this. So, back in the day, here's a little bit of quick history for all of you ladies and gentlemen that collect all the newer fucking highly, accurate Chucky good guy dolls and shit. But, back in the day, around 1989 to 1991, they started making Chucky dolls, whatever you want to fucking call them, and they're basically, some people say they were movie promotion, products. Some people say they were, carnival products. And then, of course, there's the people that say they were from Spencer's Gifts, or the movie stores, like, Blockbuster and such like that, And some of them, actually, there has been proof that some of them are from Blockbuster. Anyways, besides all that, these are actually what they look like. Now, if this is your first time seeing any of these type of Chucky dolls, whatever you want to fucking call them, well, yeah, they're not gonna be your, super accurate looking, good guy, Chucky, all the new, no. To some people, you might be like, these look freaking weird. Well, I have other videos of them as well, but this is basically the main ones that came out. The main ones. I mean, they made a few other ones that I'll get to and, here shortly in the video, but these are like the main ones. So, after, I guess, the success of Child's Play, the original, from 1988? Yeah, 1988. They finally decided to start making Chucky products. They started making posters, and they started making a bunch of other things. Well, very, very back in 1989, this is, I guess you would say, your first actual Chucky doll, whatever you want to say. I say doll, I don't really give a fuck. Or plushie, if you even want to call it a plushie. This is your first actual one that came out. Now, you might be like, oh, why does it have these suction cup thingies on it? And oh, god damn it, my fucking pizza's ready. But, I guess I'll have to stop the video here for a second, but you'd be saying, why do they have these suction cups on them? Well, these are known as Stuck-a-Chuck Chucky dolls. Basically, you could get these at Blockbuster, and they would come in a box. Some of them would say Child's Play. Some of them would even have Child's Play 2 written on the sides. This is the original one. Normal, just Child's Play. The side on the back here, the MGM UA home video tag. You could get it at, like, the home video stores and everything. But basically, you would put this on your car window or some type of window, and he would be, stuck to the window. Now, granted, this is almost a 30-year-old plushie or whatever. I don't stick these to the window. Heck, this one's freaking coming off, basically, and, I don't really stick these to the window at all. But, and just like in the movie, some of these, the earlier ones, this one and the Child's Play 2 version, I believe, have this fake burn mark on his face there. When Chucky in the movie had that burn mark or whatever from the one scene in the movie where the cop burned him or whatever. I guess the cigarette or the cigarette lighter. I don't really remember much. And you say how you don't remember when I've seen the fucking movie how many times? I know, but yeah, this is basically your first one. You could get this at any, like, back in the day around 1989, you could get this at any type of home video store. And I don't know how much they were because I wasn't fucking alive back then. But, yeah, you could get these at any type of movie store. And this was the first one. Now, you might be like, why is his head freaking turned like that? He has no articulation in his head, so his head just stays turned. No articulation. But, yeah. And a fun fact, the clothes are actually removable. The overalls are removable, so if I wanted to remove his overalls, I really could, but why? But, yeah. First actual one that came out back in the day. Your first, like, I guess you would say Chucky plush that came out. And then, after they made this one, of course, they had to make a Child's Play 2 version. The exact same looking one, looks the same. The only thing is, for the other two that they came out with, you cannot remove the overalls. It's all, like, sewn on to the fabric or whatever. But, yeah, here's your Child's Play 2 one. Looks exactly the same. The fake burn mark there on the cheek. Come on, focus. The fake burn mark on the cheek. The only other thing that's really different is it says Child's Play 2 on the chest there instead of just normal Child's Play. The tag, instead of what? On its side here, the tag's actually on the very back, and sorry, I got a message. There's the tag. And it says, where does it say? Hold on. Oh, wow, on the other side, it's actually printed as Child's Play 2, 1990. Child's Play 2, 1990. So, but yeah, this is basically your second one that came out. Again, movie store, you could get this at a movie store back in the 90s and everything. And then, I guess you would say for a while, the last of these small Chuckies like this for a while, this one came out, 1989, 1990, 1991. So this one came out in 1991. The tag's on the leg of this one this time around. Child's Play 3. It's Child's Play 3 version. And let's see. Yep, 1991. And like the other two, this one actually you can move its head. This one actually has articulation in the head. Oh, wow. That's new. But again, you can't remove the overalls. The second and third version, for some odd reason, you can't remove the overalls. This one does say Child's Play 3. The overalls do look like not the t-shirt, but the actual overall thingy itself is actually a little bit more lighter. I realize that. And the head is like more orangish, kind of like peaches, orangish. The head is basically a different color compared to the first and second version. Here's the first version. It's more of a normal tone. And then here's, the last version. It's way more darker, the last version. But, yeah. So that's that, suction cups. You could hang it on the window, and even though I'm not gonna fucking do that. But yeah, so they made these right after the movies came out. And then, for 1991 as well, after they made their last, I guess you would say for a while, suction cup Chucky, I do know they started making small dolls like this again, or dolls, but they didn't really have suction cups on them. I think for a short run, however, they did, though, for a short run, because I remember seeing different ones, but, they were, like, in different clothings and such. And some of them, I think those other versions are harder to find with the suction cups, actually, compared to the ones I just showed here. But anyways, in 1991, some people say you could get this at Spencer's. Some people say it was a carnival prize. And other people say you could get it back on the comic books, because around this time, they started making the comic books for the Chucky, movies and such. They started making comic books around 1991. And they basically made these. Now, they made a smaller one, they made about a 16-inch one, and then they made a good life-size one. And I'll get to that in a second. So here's the smaller one. Now, I don't know the order of the big to smallest. If I'm guessing, they probably made the big ones first, but I have no clue. But, yeah. Then here's this one. Overalls are honestly different. I mean, look at this compared to this one. The overalls are different. They are completely different. This is a blue. This is green, white, and everything. And this one actually says Child's Play 2, and this one, even though it does say Child's Play, but still, So they made these and everything, right after the fact. This one's actually made out of a stuffing material like the other two. This one's actually stuffed like normal stuffing. But the other ones they made, the 16-inch and the big-sized one, are made out of a weird, like, foamy, like, styrofoam and paper with, like, pictures of, like, cartoonish-looking bears, which is really weird, but that's what they did. But this one's made out of just normal stuffing, But, yeah, and the hair's crazy on this, so. But they made this one, and some people say you could get these at Spencer's. Some people say you could get these at a carnival prize. And others say you could get, when they started making these ones, when the comic books came out. But, like an order form. But anyways, here's this one. The tag's like right fucking between its butthole, or its ass. But this one just says Child's Play, 1991, Universal Studios. So Universal had something to do with these ones. But, yeah. And then here's the 16-inch. I actually have the 16-inch one with the tag still. With the actual tag in its hand. Now, this is what the tag would look like when you would get these back in the day. If you ever want to know what the tag would look like on these, like the purchase tag. Here you go. So, then if I try to carefully flip this over, I just don't want this to come apart. There's the back of the tag. It looks like there's a little access of like a price or something on this. That someone, kind of like right there. That someone kind of like ripped off or something from over time. But, or maybe it just came off, I have no clue. That's the tag. Same thing, just a little bit bigger. 16 inches. Oh, I forgot to say, these ones you can actually move the heads on the 16-inch and the 12-inch. 16-inch, 12-inch here, you can actually move the heads. It just, every time I move his head starts like dangling down and down, and it's like, that's why I don't really like to move his head that much. Maybe it's because of the weird, I don't know if you can hear it, the weird stuffing material that they used. I do know the weird stuffing material they use tends to disintegrate and, basically turn into, I don't even know. It's just weird. The material that they use, like the weird foamy, papery, stuffing, it tends to like disintegrate over time. And it's not like it turns into a dust. It just vanishes in some areas. Like the arm here, there's like none. The other arm, there's a lot. The neck has none. But, yeah. So here's these two. 12, 16-inch, and everything. Then, finally, I guess Chucky was even more booming, if you had to ask me. He was even more booming. Or maybe not. Maybe they just decided to say, hey, we want to make, at the time, a life-sized one. At the time. A big-sized one. Because think about it. Chucky, he's not that small. If you really think about it. So we want to start making a good size big one. And behold, your first actual Chucky that you could get a hold of and have, if you're a Chucky fan. Here it is. This is the first actual, I guess you would say, life-size Chucky. Your first life-size one. Again, the hair's fucking crazy on this, but, yeah. Here it is. This one, the head, sadly can't move. I mean, you can move it like this, but the head can't really move. But, yeah, I don't know what's up with that. But, besides that, though, the tag on the back of it here, and, from 1991. Which is cool, because at the time, it's like, yeah, I could get these window, suction cup Chuckies, or I could get, those other little small ones, but, if you're like a hardcore horror movie Chucky fan or something back in the day, at the time, you want something that's as close to, like, the real, like, big-sized doll or doll. You get what I mean? And they finally, I guess, gave you your wish, even though it's not the most accurate looking at all. But still, this is what it is. And everything. So yeah, your first actual life-sized one, again, that actually came out back in the day, and everything. Funny fact, I actually have another one up on the shelf there somewhere. Another one that's actually autographed with the tag still attached to its hand. And yep, I got it autographed by Brad Dourif, and it's actually autographed on the boot. Not this particular one, but it's autographed on the boot from Alex Vincent. And if you don't know who those actors are, then you really don't know much about Chucky at all. So, but, yeah, there we go. So, I'm sure, and again, made out of that weird stuffy material, real hard, I don't know if you would say, like, cotton, or not cotton, because if it was cotton it would be more softer like the previous ones, but yeah, weird, like, foamy type, hard foamy type material, then after they made this big one, you might be like, damn, really? But they decided, a company called Play by Play in 1993, for Child's Play 3, the movie for Child's Play 3, they came out with this doll. And let me say, this one, its hair tends to come out a lot. A lot. But, yeah. So here's this one, and everything, and this one's, in pretty good condition, doesn't have any rips. I used to have the tag, but unfortunately the tag just came out of its hand when I was explaining them at another house, and unfortunately I lost that tag. I don't know where the fuck it went, and the hair just loves to come out, as you can see. I don't really want to touch it, but his hair just loves to come out of his head. Again, this one, though, has a little bit of articulation in the head. Like, a little bit. I don't really want to touch it much. I'm afraid, all his fucking hair's gonna come out. But, yeah, and they made this one, for Child's Play 3 by Play by Play. Some type of company. But, or whoever. But, yeah. So, it says made in China. But yeah, they made this one back in the day for the movie promotions. And then finally, the confirmed actual doll here that I guess you would say is the first actual, like, mainstream Chucky that came out. Besides, I guess you would say this one right here, of course, this big one. Like, I guess you would say, like, at the time, the most accurate that you could get, maybe. Until they decided to make the ones with the scars and, the ones that look more accurate and everything now. But in 1996, 1995, 1996-ish, for Child's Play 2, and even sometimes, I think even, yeah, sometimes even for Bride of Chucky, they made this doll. This is the 1996 one. Big life-size, huge, just like the other one. And this time, they actually decided to give him more of, like, the actual clothing, I guess you would say, the shirt looks more accurate, the clothing with all the little, material on it, like the good guy hat and, like the actual clothing that Chucky would have. The only thing they didn't do is actually give him laces. They, for some odd reason, gave him these weird looking, white oval looking things with fake laces over it. But whatever, like not actual laces like the previous ones. The previous ones have better looking laces. But whatever, than the white outline like the real Chucky shoes had, because they did have white outline like this. But yeah, and the back and everything. But besides that, yeah, they made this, and yep, on the back of the tag it says 1996 Universal Studios. And the tag here is actually a Fright Stuff Spencer's Gifts tag, so that's how it's confirmed that this is a legit Spencer's Chucky that came out. I don't know if you can really see, but on the very, very bottom here, it's blurry. Fucking blurry. But, yeah. Now, they made, like I said, they gave it Child's Play 2 tags. They gave it Bride of Chucky tags as well. Well, this is like the first edition tag, I guess you would say, the normal Fright Stuff tag. But, yeah, and it is even confirmed as well, back in the day for Canada, you could get this style for $41.99, or in US, you could get this style for USA for $29.99, $30. Wow. And here's even that confirmed as well. I don't know if you can really see, but right there, yeah, I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. Well, there's that. So, warning, choke and hazard, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Chucky's going to fucking choke you with his knife. But, besides that, though, yeah, and the hair is more, I guess you would say, accurate. It's more of that actual color that his hair was in the movies, even though a lot of it's coming out. And, yeah, it's another thing with the 1996 Chucky. A lot of his hair likes to come out like the 1993 one. Whatever. But, yeah, and that's basically the history of these dolls, and this one can actually move his head, so if you wanted to move his head back and forth, you could. But, yeah, that's really about it, though. That's basically all of the old school Chucky, plushies, or Chucky dolls, whatever you want to call them. That's basically all the OG ones that came out way before all these new ones that you can see right there. And I know for a while I haven't been really making any, Chucky, like, video content or any, like, new Chucky doll, reviews, because to be honest, there's not really much of Chucky dolls that I really want out there. To be honest, as of right now, the new Spirit / Spencer's Glen doll that's supposed to come out, if that comes out, I'll be definitely getting that. But, and maybe, like, the plush good guy doll from, Trick or Treat Studios that I may want. Besides that, there's not really much. And lately I've been, of course, on WCW, LJN, Fest Fiesta of that. But, that's really about it, though. And that's another reason why I haven't been really making any any, Chucky related videos. But, yeah, so this video, I guess you would say, is a remake or a redo or whatever you fucking call it of the original, since the original video is completely gone. But, yeah, that's it. Leave a like, leave a comment. That's all of the OG Chuckies, like I said. They did make smaller ones with suction cups. If I can find a photo of one of them or something, I'll probably edit it into this video or whatever. But besides that, though, yeah. So, see you people later.